Stay in the house so she can have that stability, but Wayne and is pulling us apart as a family dealing with his alcoholism. I have prayed about this. I have been patient with him. I have told him again and again to go to rehab. I have stayed with him through everything. I am sharing all the bills with him. I am standing with him, but he does not care about any of it. Even after the accident, he is still drinking. Wayne, the things he said to me tonight. I cannot believe a person who ever truly loved me or cared about our family could say these things. And knowing that she feels more safe in someone else's house than in ours, it breaks me. It makes me feel like I have failed. Mother, no. No, please, you do not want to do this. His voice was full of fear. I will give you anything you want. Please, I have money. I know powerful people. Just tell me what you want, and I will give it to you. He looked around, breathing fast. There are cameras everywhere. You do not want to do this. Please, think about it. Silence filled the air. Then a voice spoke. How is your father? Is he doing all right? His hands clenched into fists. Do not talk about my father. Hey, relax, the man said with a small smile. Look at this. The sun was slowly rising over Atlanta. The air was cold and fresh. Erica took a deep breath, not knowing that this day would change everything. Pinkett's phone buzzed on the kitchen counter, making her heart beat faster. She was used to getting notifications, but this one was different. Kountry Wayne accused of spreading false stories about Erica Pinkett's daughter. Her blood turned cold. For a moment, she stood still. Her hands shook as she picked up the phone, but deep inside, she already knew it was too late. The damage was already done. The video was everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, no matter where she looked, the same clip was playing again and again, spreading fast like fire. And in the middle of it all was her name. Erica's daughter, Amara, was only 17 years old. Until now, she had never seen the dark side of the internet. She was a quiet girl who focused on school and loved spending time with her small group of close friends. But now, everything was different. The internet was full of false stories about her, stories that had no truth at all. And the person behind it? Kountry Wayne. Wayne was a famous comedian and social media star. People loved his viral videos, his smooth charm, and his fun content. But Erica never liked his style. His jokes were often rude, and now his words had caused damage that could not be undone. Wayne's comedy was always full of exaggerated jokes and bold humor. Erica never paid much attention to him. She thought he stayed in his own space and minded his own business. But now, that had changed. The video that started everything seemed harmless at first, or at least, that was how it looked. Kountry Wayne sat in front of a bright backdrop, dressed in his usual casual clothes. He looked straight into the camera, his voice light and playful. He spoke with humor about a new relationship that, according to him, was the talk of the internet. Then, without any warning, he said Amara's name. Wayne talked about her being involved with a much older celebrity. From the very first seconds, Erica knew he was talking about her daughter. He winked and smiled in a sly way, acting like it was all just a joke, as if nothing mattered except making people laugh. But as the video went on, something changed. The fun tone slowly disappeared, and a darker meaning started to show. He was not just joking anymore. He made it sound like Amara was not only spending time with the celebrity, but was actually using the situation for something more. Wayne made it sound like Amara was using the relationship to move up in life. His words were like poison, filling the internet with rumors that could destroy anyone's name. Amara is out here doing what? Wayne laughed, making a careless joke about the so-called secret behind her and the celebrity. The camera zoomed in on his face as he smirked. If you do not believe me, just watch her rise. She is playing the game, and she is playing it well. The video spread fast like fire. Kountry Wayne had millions of followers, and now his words were everywhere. Many of Wayne's fans, who believed everything he said, shared the video without thinking twice. People who had never even met Amara started making up stories based on his words. Erica's phone kept ringing again and again. Friends, family, and even strangers called her nonstop. "Did you see what Kountry Wayne said about your daughter?" they all asked, their voices full of shock. Erica stood still, trying to process it. She could not believe this was real. A video from a man she had never even met, a man with the power to influence millions, was now tearing her life apart. The pain came fast and deep. Amara, who once walked through her school halls with confidence, now stayed hidden behind closed doors. Her Instagram was flooded with hateful messages, cruel words, endless questions. Strangers picked apart her every move, looking at every photo she had ever posted, trying to prove the false story Wayne had created. But for Erica, this was more than just a video. This was about her family's name. This was about her daughter's future. And this was about fighting for the truth. Someone had to take responsibility for this. It was not just gossip, it was an open attack on their lives. Erica did not wait. She picked up her phone, called her lawyer, and filed a defamation lawsuit against Kountry Wayne. It was not an easy choice, but it was the only right thing to do. The things he said about her daughter were not just wrong, they were complete lies. And she was not going to let them spread any further. The moment the lawsuit was filed, the internet exploded. Everyone had something to say. Some people stood with Erica, understanding that Wayne's unchecked power on social media had real consequences. Some people defended him, saying he was only joking and that people should not take things so seriously. But for Erica, there was nothing funny about watching her daughter in pain. There was nothing funny about seeing a lie spread everywhere while no one in power did anything to stop it. Inside the courtroom, the tension was strong. The defamation case was no longer just about the law, it had turned into a media storm. The courtroom, meant for justice, now felt like a battlefield. Erica and her lawyer stood firm, fighting with everything they had to prove the truth. Erica's lawyer laid everything out, showing how much harm the video had caused Amara. They presented clear proof, screenshots of hateful messages, cruel comments filling Amara's social media, and videos twisted to spread the false story Wayne had started. "We are not here because of a simple joke," Erica's lawyer said, his voice firm and steady. What was said about this young woman was not just a rumor. It was a direct attack on her character, a complete lie that has caused her deep emotional pain. Kountry Wayne's defense fought back, but their argument felt empty. His lawyer said he was just a comedian, a performer, and that his words were never meant to be taken seriously. They claimed he did not understand the harm he had caused. Then, they tried to twist the story. They argued that Amara was only upset because she had gained attention. Was that not what she wanted? They asked. But Erica refused to back down. She knew the truth, and she was not going to let them change the story. Erica sat in that courtroom, her eyes locked on Kountry Wayne. Every time he tried to make the situation seem smaller than it was, her anger grew stronger. She remained calm on the outside, but the quiet fire in her eyes showed how deeply she felt. This was her daughter, and no amount of fame or power gave anyone the right to bring her down. Days turned into weeks as the case continued. Reporters filled the courthouse steps, and news channels streamed every second live. The whole world was watching. Wayne's once powerful social media empire started to fall apart as more people began to see the truth. People started to question Kountry Wayne's actions. His fans, who once supported him, now began to see the truth. The hashtag Justice for Amara spread quickly across social media. More and more people stood with the Pinkett family, believing that spreading false rumors should have consequences. After what felt like forever, the jury finally made their decision. When the verdict was announced, it was clear that everything had changed. The jury ruled in Erica Pinkett's favor. Kountry Wayne was found guilty of defamation, and the court ordered him to make a public apology. But that was not the end. Erica also won a settlement, a large amount of money. It was needed, but no amount of money could take away the pain Wayne's words had caused. Then came the apology, but it felt fake. Wayne stood in front of the cameras, forcing a smile as he read from a script. He said he was sorry to Amara and her family. He said he never wanted to hurt anyone. He said it was just a joke, and he took full responsibility. But the damage was already done. The video was still out there, hidden in the corners of the internet, a painful reminder of everything that had happened. That video would always be connected to Wayne's name and, sadly, to the Pinkett family too. But for Erica, this fight was never about money. It was not even about making him say sorry. It was about proving a point. She had stood up for her daughter, for her respect, and for what was right. She had shown that no matter how famous someone was, they did not have the right to spread lies and hurt people without facing the consequences. The court case was over, but Erica knew this was just the beginning. This was about more than her family. It was about making people understand that words had power. It was about how social media could destroy lives if people were not careful. And most of all, it was about making sure that those with influence used it wisely and responsibly.